A Columbia County deputy laid to rest yesterday. This is video of Deputy Brandon Sykes' procession on the way to the Performing Arts Center for his funeral. As you can see, thousands of people came out in full force. Neighbors, officers from here and beyond as well. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nick Proto for the News 12 FastCast. No matter where you're from, everyone continues to honor Deputy Sykes' dedication to serving Columbia County, Augusta Prep students, as a veteran, husband, father. We heard from his brother during that service yesterday. He told the crowd he once asked Sykes why he would even consider becoming an Army combat medic first. Sykes says it was to protect those who couldn't help themselves. His brother says he found his true calling as a deputy here in 2018.
It was never about the spotlight or notoriety for him. It was always about moving in silence and making a difference to protect his family. He said, what better way to protect my wife and daughter than to make the area around them safer?
After that service, everybody moved outside. A military salute was held in honor of his service, which included the traditional 3 volleys of 7 gunshots. Then the crowd heard Deputy Sykes' final call and helicopters flew across the Performing Arts Center. The rest of the day was for family. They had a private burial afterwards. And there are ways you could show your support to the family of Deputy Sykes. If you want and are able to make a financial donation, you could do so with the Tunnels to Tower Foundation. They're raising money in memory of Deputy Sykes. All you have to do is fill out this form with your first and last name, email, home address, and phone number. We've got this on our website, WRDW.com. And you can still support Deputy Gavin White as well this week. White was shot in the face during that traffic stop. Tomorrow, the Shepherd Community Blood Center and Burke County Sheriff's Office are partnering to host a blood replenishment drive. That's from 1 to 5 at the Burke County Sheriff's Office. Just last week, the Shepherd Blood Center says the community Columbia County drive raised $8,000 for Deputy White's recovery. And now what you're seeing is a list of initiatives from local businesses for the deputies' families. Pelican Snowballs is donating proceeds to Deputy White's family. The Tint Shop in Grovetown may still be taking donations for both families. Drop-off is from 8 to 4. Today, Vampire Penguin in Grovetown is donating 20% of all proceeds to the families. Chicken Salad Chick in Evans is doing 10% of sales. You can order a meal there from 3 to 8. A police chase spanning 2 states ended on the Bobby Jones Expressway at Wrightsboro Road after deputies used a tactical maneuver. The chase began yesterday morning in North Augusta before crossing the Savannah River. Richmond County deputies used a pit maneuver to stop that car. It caused quite a scene for other drivers as when it crashed, witnesses say a wheel went over the wall onto 520 on Wrightsboro Road. A child is dead after a head-on car crash at Peach Orchard and Tobacco Roads. Deputies say 8-year-old Camden Poole from Hepzibah was pronounced dead. Deputies say when the crash happened, the first car with 2 adults and Poole was driving on Peach Orchard Road towards Tobacco Road. A second car with just a driver in it was heading the opposite way on Peach Orchard Road in the left turn lane. The adults in the first car were sent to the hospital. A man charged with murder in connection to a deadly Johnston shooting last year has new charges. SLED charged Quinnell Anderson with possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Anderson is accused of shooting and killing 25-year-old Ricky Martin Jr. at an apartment complex. He was arrested in Maryland. Also in this case, SLED charged 37-year-old Roscoe Pugh Jr. with accessory after the fact to murder. SLED's asking for your help with any information about a 2024 Bamberg killing. Officials say 22-year-old Throne Fleming was shot dead in January of that year on Heritage Highway. Deputies found shell casings around his body. The night before, officials say deputies were called about someone being shot after a fight, but they weren't able to find anything then. If you have any information, you can email or call the SLED tip line. We're on your side with the safety alert this morning. The Real ID deadline is only a day away, and scammers are trying to take advantage of you. The Better Business Bureau says this last-minute rush across the country is prime time for scammers. The agency says don't believe anyone claiming they can speed up the process.
Con artists love when there is a new government mandate because it's easy for them to impersonate government agencies and take advantage of people who might not know the exact directions about how to go getting a real ID.
They say to beware of any texts, emails, and phone calls claiming to get your real ID with the click of a button. They had to make sure the website you're on has a URL of .gov. Sometimes scammers can make look-alike government sites. And while you can get your real ID through the DMV or Department of Driver Services website, it's safer to just go in person. And today is the final day to get that real ID. Here's what you need to get one: either your birth certificate or passport, 2 documents to prove where you live. That can be a paycheck or utility bill, and your social security number as well. The FDA is issuing a recall for tomatoes that were sold in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. Williams Farms Repack says 9 types of tomato products may be contaminated with salmonella. The tomatoes were sold to wholesalers and retailers between April 23rd and 28th. Here's a list of some of those tomatoes included in that recall. They're organized by size and lot code. You can take a picture of this. You can also find it on our website, WRDW.com. Just search tomatoes. If you have any that match these descriptions, you should return them for a refund. So far, no illnesses have been reported. Tomorrow, U.S. Representative Rick Allen will hold community office hours in Lincoln County from 12:30 to 2 in the Commissioner's Conference Room at the Lincoln County Courthouse. This comes after earlier this year protests gathered in Allen's Augusta office. They demanded more in-person town hall meetings from him due to political issues they say were not being addressed. That's it for the news side this morning. Let's send it over now to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong for a check at your weather.
Okay, well, we're getting a shot out at SRP Park early this morning because Green Jackets are playing early. 11:05 first pitch, and by the looks of it outside, couldn't be more of a perfect start to the day. A little on the cool side. We've dropped into the upper 40s a few hours ago. Now starting to kind of move back in the low 50s, but skies are clear and sunny, 52 degrees. Also 40s are still showing up. Thompson, Crawfordville, and Washington, Georgia, 47 to 48 degrees. But give it a little bit of time. By the time first pitch, we're in the low 70s at 11 o'clock. Midday to 1, about the time the game will probably be more likely in the 7th inning stretch and beyond. We're going to be up around the 80-degree mark here. So it should be a beautiful day, even a touch warmer. We get through the farther part of the afternoon, about 3 to 5 o'clock. It'll be middle to low 80s. Now, you notice the dip in temps tomorrow. That's going to be because rain chances are coming in first half of the day. We might start off between sunrise and midday with a little bit of rain around before we can actually warm back up. Thursday, we'll do a little bit better with our temperatures back, seasonal average highs in the low 80s. For today, it's just getting through the cool morning with clear skies and then finish up sunny and warm with that breeze 5 to 10 coming into the lower 80s at 5 to 6 o'clock. So this is where that rain starts moving closer to our area, 6, 7 o'clock, but heading through about midday. So cloudy skies, a warmer start tomorrow in the 60s, and then the chance for scattered showers will continue on and off throughout Wednesday. So we do have more of an unsettled pattern, wet forecast at times going all the way into Mother's Day weekend. Cooling down again in the mid-70s by the time we start working our way into Monday, 78 with that chance for rain. Have a great day, everybody.